So I've been making a weekly vlog for a month now. The weather's warmed up, and so has my so-called frozen shoulder. It's been a fun challenge sharing bits of my day-to-day life like this with you, so I think I'll continue to do it. YouTube's changed a lot since I first started posting here in 2006. Nowadays, there's way more people watching videos than making them. Does that mean we've come full circle back to the passive days of network television? I hope not. I love learning and sharing with nature and art lovers all over the world, and I hope that the flashier, sponsored channels don't intimidate the rest of us into thinking our lives aren't all that interesting, or that we don't have anything important to say. We mustn't mute ourselves into frozen silence. So, we are officially 1 week into February and things are looking better. It's a little brighter, a little sunnier. Wouldn't you say so, Skeeter? Yeah. I started doing the vlog without him and he started squawking, so we'll see if he can manage to make it through this without taking over. In the last several months, it's been really difficult for me to make my art because of my retina and because of my shoulder, but things are looking up because I've managed to do no less than 8 paintings in January, which is actually pretty decent. So I've painted an Adelie, an African penguin, a Chinstrap penguin, a Gentoo, a Fiordland Crested, an emperor penguin and a chick, a little blue, and a yellow-eyed penguin. Yellow-eyed penguins, we actually got to see those in person on the South Island of New Zealand, along with the little blues and the Fiordland crested penguins down in Doubtful Sound. And it was really remarkable to see these animals in the wild and not just cooped up in a zoo somewhere. And we were able to get just a few clips of footage. I didn't have the amazing phone camera that I have now, but my husband was able to get some footage with his camera. My camera actually broke when we were on the trip. I think I neglected to mention that. It was just absolutely remarkable to get to see these animals up close instead of just, you know, lounging around in a zoo. And it's because we could get to see their natural behaviors. And yellow-eyed penguins are really unique in that they're very solitary animals, and they don't, you know, form huge colonies like some of their cousins in Antarctica. And so it was really neat to hear them call out to one another across the bay. Something I'll never forget. And on the local art news front that I'm going to continue doing as a little mini segment. So if you're watching outside of northern Colorado, please bear with me. And if there's a small exhibition that you would like to get the word out for in your area, let me know and I can try to get that out there and share, because that's kind of the whole point of this, is that it's not just about me and my art, but I also want to show what other people are doing and help them out in any way I can. But yeah, I neglected to mention last week was the last week for the Picasso print exhibition that was going on here in Fort Collins. So it was supposed to be amazing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. It just didn't match with my schedule. But yeah, if we're a small community, but we do get in some pretty good exhibits from time to time. And apparently that was one of them. And I'm kind of like, I missed it. By all accounts, it was a pretty cool show, but there's going to be a ginormous show coming up in Cheyenne. If you are a connoisseur of Western art, wildlife art, landscapes, a lot of traditional stuff, I think there might be some more contemporary abstract as well, I recommend going. It's the 42nd annual Western Spirit Art Show in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And I'll put some more information in the info section there below. And I've gone several times. It is really cool and inspiring to check that out. Sometimes a little risky on the weather, but we'll keep an eye out and maybe, we'll get some good weather for that. And if you're looking for some art or want to mingle with artists around Valentine's Day on Friday, February 10th in Loveland, Colorado, there's going to be the opening reception for the Thompson Valley Art League's member show, and that's going to be at their gallery in Loveland. I'll have the information below there, and that's on Friday, February 10th. And I've been in that show several times. It's always really cool, and it's very small, very intimate, so you get to meet lots of different people very quickly. And here's my tip of the week. For those of you who are making art as well as consuming and enjoying it immensely, if you're doing watercolor, and as I mentioned last week, these gum blocks are really awesome because you don't have to stretch out your paper, which is kind of a pain, but sometimes when you're pulling it off, it can actually go and rip across your gorgeous painting that you've been working on. So what I have found, I used to use all kinds of things, my nails, credit cards, but you know what works really awesomely? That's a word. This, it's just a palette knife, a small diamond-shaped palette knife. And so I'll just take it and you insert it right in there. And you just very carefully go up and around. Might take a couple times to get it just down, but look how easy it comes off. And voila, it comes right off. So. And here I am working on the penguin himself. You can tell that I'm taking breaks about every 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes or so to give my shoulder a break. But I'm able to do more and more, which is really encouraging. See me making all the little fiddly details here, but the one thing I have learned through this is maybe I don't need to do all the fiddly little details. Sometimes it's good to leave things unsaid and let the person looking at it fill in the details with their imagination. So my question to you is, what would you like to see here on the vlog? Since it's a brand new vlog, it's a tabula rasa, anything goes, just let me know and we'll try to include it into what we're doing. So once again, thanks so much. You guys have an awesome rest of your week.